So being organized for the bath is probably key to making the event as stress-free and enjoyable as possible. Getting the baby ready, baby should be well fed, the baby should be alert and not about to go down for a nap. At the same time, you need to make the water the right temperature, have your towels ready for afterwards. You want everything laid out so that after the bath it's very easy to keep the baby warm, possibly start a massage, have fresh diapers close by. Everything's ready to go, so you don't have to be frantically looking for things, and you can continue the experience when the baby's out of the bath and then moving on to the next stage.
But babies, we really need to take our time with and be very gentle with them and make sure that it's a really safe environment for them, not just physically, but we want to make sure it's safe so that they're feeling comfortable with it. Yeah. And just like you're doing, talking to him all the time, that's really important in the beginning, is when you want everything to be ready for the bath so they don't get cold, because in the beginning, even though he was 8 pounds, that's still, they get cold quickly.
While it is something that is simple, it's also something that you need to pay careful safety attention to. There are 4 main safety points when bathing baby. The first one is that never ever for a moment must you leave baby alone in a bath.
Oh, there's the telephone. Can you hear the telephone ringing? But I'm not going to get it. I'll just let it go to the machine because I don't want to leave you, not even for 1 second.
There's a risk they can slip, and even in a very small amount of water they can come to harm. So absolutely never leave baby. If you, for some reason, have to leave the bathroom, you take baby out of the bath and take her with you.
The safest place to put a baby, quite frankly, is on the floor because they can't roll off of it. So one of the easiest things to do is make sure there's a clear area, it's a safe space, put the baby down on a blanket while you're preparing the bathroom.
The second thing is to have the temperature of the water at a safe level. Babies don't need it too hot, and the best way to do it is that it should just feel warm to your touch. And the way I was taught by the midwives to do that is to put your elbow in the water.
Just gonna check the temperature. It's pretty good.
All right. Here you go, Papa.
Okay.
You have one naked baby.
Ooh.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice. Can't be bad. Pretty chip.
Always turn the cold tap on last. So start with the hot, add cold water, and leave the cold as the last tap. Because then if there are drips from the tap, that water that drips into the bath is cold. And in the context of temperature, remember one of the things to do, you probably did it when your first baby came home, is to have the temperature on your water heater turned down so that the water coming out of the taps isn't dangerously hot. Otherwise scalds can occur, which are very painful and potentially dangerous.
Dry you off and then you're ready for a regular bath.
The third issue relates to the baby's security while she's in the bath. There are a lot of devices, props, seats available now. You can use those, but remember none of them are foolproof. They can slip, and so your attention to baby is the priority. And in fact, those devices are not strictly necessary. If you use that safe hold with the baby in the water, you can actually do everything that's necessary without them. One of the things that new parents often aren't shown is how to pick up a baby without the risk of dropping the baby. So what you do is you place your dominant hand on baby's chest and slide your other hand behind the back and gently sit baby up against your dominant hand. They feel very secure when you're doing that. And then when baby's comfortable and you're comfortable, slide this other hand down behind baby, and using your thumb and index finger, you put that around the top of baby's thigh, just above the knee, and hold firmly. As holding baby against your arm, you just lift upwards and take baby into your body. And that leaves this hand free for washing or feeding or anything else you need to do. If baby were to slip for any reason, you in fact have a firm hold here, so nothing bad will happen.
Depending on where you're bathing the baby and whether you're in the bath with the baby or not, it's still important to remember that the baby needs to be secure and safe the whole time it's in the bath. Sometimes just sitting on the edge of the bathtub as the adult and leaning into the tub and holding the baby during that time can be a really easy way to facilitate the bath and have the baby in the water and nice and warm the whole time where you're still quite comfortable. It might be best if the parent had their legs in the bathtub for stabilization and the ability to interact with the baby direct, kind of one-on-one, face-to-face.
And the fourth and final thing is the risk of baby getting cold after the bath. You've checked the temperature of the water, you've bathed her, you take her out and you have everything ready in the way of clothes and diapers, but because she's wet on her surface, as that water dries on her, it takes heat out of the body. So dry her off relatively quickly and get her into her clothes before she gets a chance to be cold.
All ready to get dressed. All ready to get dressed. Yeah. Yeah.